So over the past almost 2 years now, I've heard a lot about the COVID virus and the shot. I don't know if it's true or if it's rumors, but it got me thinking about why I don't want to take the shot for myself. So I compiled a few reasons, thoughts why I wouldn't take it. First off, I've had a bad experience with government push drugs, in that, well, for more than half my life I've struggled with anxiety and depression. So anyway, my government doctor talked about this newfangled drug, said that I'd feel the effects immediately, and boy did I ever. Though it didn't lower my anxiety, it increased my anxiety. I hadn't felt that bad since I tried to off myself. So, after that, I made a promise to myself that I would never take uh, government pushed medications ever again. Now, the shot is a very new vaccine as far as I can tell. It got what? Only about 6 months worth of testing before it was distributed. So for me, that's a big red flag. Because don't drugs, like everything else, don't they have to undergo testing, rigorous testing, to make sure they're safe? And for medication and stuff, isn't it like short-term and long-term testing? The short-term test is for what happens within a couple of months, maybe a few years, and the long term is what happens years, like decades down the road. So, yeah, I would imagine that's a pretty big red flag because half a year worth of testing, that's kind of scary for me. I just couldn't help but think about those ads for medications that are over the counter. They say things like may cause irritability, may cause drowsiness, may cause vomiting, and, death. So with this vaccine, I don't hear any of that. Like, what's the side effects? Why can't they tell me what the side effects are? All I hear is you need to take the shot. You need to take the shot. Well, are there any side effects? Like, why can't you just tell me what the side effects are? I'm not going to take medicine on good faith. I trust myself more than the media. I'll just put it like that. Or the government. So, anyway, went off on a bit of a tangent there. It's not worth the risk for me, so I'm just going to go further in depth to what I've heard so far. So I've mentioned the fact that it got very little testing. So I've just remembered things that I've heard. I'm not sure if they're true or false, but here goes. I heard a story of this girl who wanted to travel, so she took her vaccine shot so she could travel. Then she developed a blood clot, and as a result, um, she died. And apparently, that's one of the side effects of the vaccine, is that you can actually develop blood clots. Now, for me, that's a red flag, but not in the way you might think. It's kind of a personal thing for me. From what I could tell, I was born prematurely because of a blood clot in the right side of my brain, I think. That's what I heard, or something similar. And I don't really want to get another blood clot. So, anyway, another one was a woman who got Bell's palsy as a result of the shot. From what I gathered, that's where part of the nerves in your face die, and your face kind of droops a bit. And she was talking about how it was worth it to be more protected from the cough. For me, I got a lot of internal problems from my anxiety, depression, and yeah, the fact that my whole left side is, well, kind of lame. So the idea of people staring at me for external problems is not appealing. Another thing I heard, I think it was again another news article, they were mentioning how people were feeling bad after taking their second shot. Now, I've spent some time in mental health areas, uh, patient. So, yeah, when they say, "Are you feeling good or are you feeling bad?" When they say, "Are you feeling bad?" that's kind of code for, "Are you feeling depressed?" slash in a deleting mode. So, yeah, I don't need more depression. Again, for me, it's not worth it. Because depression does kill, believe it or not. Something new I heard about are people dropping from sudden heart attacks. These people are in their teens. I think the oldest was 50 or 60. And people are scrambling to figure out why this is happening. They can't figure it out. So they're trying to put together what's causing it, like what's new, what's causing people to die of sudden heart attacks. I guess now they're blaming the marijuana, which made me scratch my head. Because haven't people been using marijuana for decades at this point? And I thought marijuana was a miracle drug that everyone was clamoring for. But now they're blaming marijuana. Doesn't make any sense to me. So, yeah, if it's not marijuana, what's new? What's causing this? And this is in my opinion, but maybe it's not the marijuana, maybe it's the cough shot. Because that is something new that people are taking. Another addition I made to this rambling. So I heard on the radio that another variant of COVID, not the Delta, this is a new variant, popped up in South Africa. From what I heard on the radio, now everybody's scrambling to ban travel to Africa. So here's a question. What if COVID is mutating because everybody's taking the vaccine? I mean, if it's mutating because people's immune system is building up, well, that's a good thing because that's natural immunity. But if it's mutating because everybody's taking the COVID shot, well, then that's bad because you have groups of people, the elderly, people in their 70s, and people who have immune deficiencies. For example, I had a teacher once who had an immune deficiency disorder and she got sick a lot. Uh, People like that would need the shot because they're more susceptible. People like me, I may not be mentally healthy or mentally healthy, leave it at that, but my immune system is good. I trust it. I trust it with my life. So I don't need to take the vaccine. I'm going to save that for people who need it. The elderly and stuff like that. Because viruses mutate. And the more opposition they have, the more they mutate. And yeah, with everybody taking the shot, it's just going to keep mutating, in my opinion. So yeah, it's just me thinking of other people. So, all that being said, I'm pretty sure my rambling's going to come to an end. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. It just means I don't want to take it because it's my choice. If you want to take it, you can. It's your body, your choice, just like how it's my body, my choice. That's all. I think I'm good for my ranting. Alright, take care.